Morning, guys. Got the prairie in the background as we head out. Took a little bit of time to get out of camp this morning. I was so damn tired from yesterday. But we're all packed up, cleaned up, and we're heading out. I think the first thing we gotta look for is a water source to refill these water bottles here for the day, or at least for the morning. I think there's a reliable water source about half a mile from here, so we'll stop there, refill, filter, and then carry on. We're looking to do another 20-mile day again today. Yesterday, I think it was 20.9, so just shy of 21 miles. Today, probably going to be about the same. Looking for a similar type of campsite at that point as well. To start the day off, it's a little overcast. Great weather to be out on trail. So, not sweating yet. Oh, I forgot to mention, the one good thing about that campsite last night that I stayed at, there was minimal condensation, which is great. Hopefully I don't have to stop and dry out my tent, I don't think. It's very rare where you wake up in the morning and there's no condensation in Florida. Actually, great camping spot right here. Looks like someone has been there already. So unfortunately, that water source, that pond back there, is all mud. At least for the first 5 feet. So I wasn't gonna go wading in past my knees. We'll see what's up ahead. See if there's any better access points or clearer water. It just didn't look too good. Definitely a foggy morning here. So far this morning, it's just been a whole lot of this type of vegetation to my left and to my right, creating like a little hallway, a nature hallway. For some reason, this section, I'm just getting a whole lot of spider webs directly into the face. I had to do the damn limbo to get under this one, but otherwise, this trail has been fairly well maintained. This section of trail has just been an absolute pleasure to hike. There's some ups and downs, which again I didn't expect, but this has been absolutely beautiful. I totally forgot to tell you guys this earlier today, but last night at camp, I had to get out of my tent to take a piss. And so I think it was around 8 or 9 p.m. So, it's pretty dark out. So I go to my I designated a tree as a piss spot, about 10, 15 feet away from my tent. And as I'm going, I kind of look up, scan the perimeter, make sure, there's nothing out there. Shit you not. I stop at one point, I see a pair of, I think it was yellow eyes looking at me for like 2 seconds, and then it disappeared. I was like, holy shit. But then nothing moved. I didn't, it didn't scurry away or anything. So once I'm back in my tent after taking a piss, I kind of faintly hear it creeping around, tiptoeing around, maybe about 10 to 15 feet away from my tent for like maybe 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and then it wandered away. And that kind of creeped me out for a little bit, gave me the chills, but then, I was so damn tired, forgot about it and passed right out. Slept like a rock last night. This is the spot where I'm hoping to find water. Ooh, at some point, some of these boards are rotten. There's nothing here. Coming up to SR 40, pretty busy highway. God damn. Okay, we got across SR 40 unscathed, and now we are entering the Juniper Prairie Wilderness. Okay, we have made it to the junction of Florida Trail and Juniper Springs, which looks like it's right down there. So we're gonna make a slight detour because I'm fresh out of water, and I believe they have potable water up here. Also, I think they have charging outlets. I believe they also have a convenience store as well. So the more and more I thought about it, this is actually a pretty good stop to make. And then I think I might also do some breakfast here too. So they got outlets here, they got waters here, bathrooms here, and they even got a little, some food here too. All right, we have left the Juniper Prairie entrance gate. That place back there, amazing stop. They had potable water there, bathrooms, they even had like some snacks up there. They had charging outlets. So I just sat there for about 10-15 minutes, probably a little bit longer, to eat, refill my water bottles, go to the bathroom, charge my phone. So we're feeling amazing, looking good, everything charged up. That was a great stop. Highly recommend. The person working there was very friendly to the hikers. Saw a few people pass in and out of there. It was actually pretty busy. Saw a few hikers stop through there as well on their way to the prairie. But that felt great. Got some food in, got all my water filled, which was, oh, that was clutch, because I don't think there's anything for the next 5 to 6 miles. And this thing is, it's right off trail too. Maybe 0.1 down the way from the trail. So unfortunately, didn't have enough time to actually check out the spring. But from what I saw online, just looks like your typical campground and then spring area where you can go swimming. There's a kayak run where you can go, like you can take a paddleboard out there too. And the spring is 72 degrees year round. So I should be pretty good to walk the next 7 miles straight to the next water source, which I'm assuming I may have to refill at that point. Also forgot to tell you guys, I ran into the group of hikers that I met yesterday on my way to Farrell's Prairie. So it was funny running into them again. They actually are going to Juniper Springs to do the kayak run. So I'm sure they'll have fun doing that. It's another good spot to camp. Looks like someone already camped here prior. That's real nice. Yeah, a bunch of spaces. So I'm at this section. It's a little confusing because there's a trail kinda, or maybe a fake trail going down there. And then I see something kinda going up here to the left. Looks like a campsite, actually. Yeah, that'd be a perfect little campground over there. I believe the trail just kind of goes straight through here. I don't know, we're figuring this out together. Yeah, actually, probably, I guess, either way. And then, okay, continues down here. Do a little balancing act. Oh, this stream looks very clear. Ooh, ooh, whoa, whoa, hello. Yeah, actually, that's very clear. That was Whiskey Creek. If I needed water, I definitely would have scooped it there. No whiskey though, only water. So it's interesting, for this section of trail, a little bit before Juniper Springs, and so far north of it, I haven't seen any orange blazes at all. But fortunately, it's been very easy trail to follow. It always just keeps me aware, because whenever I don't see blazes for a while, I always get a little anxious, and then I have to look behind me to see if I'm still on the right course, or I'll have to check my phone, my GPS. Finally spotted my first orange blaze in a while, and actually it was behind me. So that's why I look behind me too, just in case I miss something going forward. It's pretty crazy. Every now and then I'll see these just deep depressions or sinkholes to the right or left of the trail. And here's Hidden Pond. Beautiful. People camping over there. So here it is up close. Very clear, as you can see. Look at this. This is pre-filtered. Super clear, doesn't smell. This is the spot to fill up. A lot of people around here though today. A bunch of teens over there. And then we'll just continue back up this way. That is a busy place, that Hidden Pond. Beautiful spot, so I can understand why. A lot of people coming through, chatted with a few people. Stayed there a little bit longer than I was hoping to, but I didn't see any bears or anything like that, even though I have been noticing a decent amount of bear prints and scat along the way. Because there was reports on far out, read in a few of the comments that there was an aggressive bear somewhere in the area, but no signs of it today, at least. Looks like some burning activity here. All charred up. So it's been pretty much like this since Hidden Pond. Just a hot, sandy stretch. No shade from the sun. Finally back under the tree canopy. That was a hot 2.5 mile stretch from Hidden Pond to here. All right, a little bit of an incline coming into the junction of the Florida Trail and Yearling Trail. Now, if you go about 2.3 miles east this way along the Yearling Trail, it'll take you to Silver Glen Springs. Just doing the loop is a little bit too much for me because it's 2.3 miles there. Figured 2.3 miles back to complete the loop. Yeah, I just don't have the, unfortunately don't have the time for that, but maybe one day in the future, I'll take a trip there. But this was a bit of an incline coming up here to this point. And this is where we'll just take a quick little rest and then continue on up towards Hopkins Prairie. We back on it. That was a nice little stop right there. Had a rest. Body feels better now. And I actually ran into a couple of hikers that I met at Juniper Creek, or no, Juniper Springs. And since I didn't go in, I asked if it was worth it to check it out, and they told me it certainly was not. They did get a chance to take a shower though, which is pretty good, but you had to pay like $15 just to enter, whereas a car only cost $7 to enter. So I don't know, interesting payment setup that they got there. So I guess we'll be leapfrogging each other the rest of the way for today, probably. Other than that, feeling good. And then next stop will be Hopkins Prairie, where I'll stop, eat, hike on to find a camp spot a little bit further north of there. I believe this is the official north boundary of the Juniper Prairie Wilderness area. Ooh, high bear activity. I didn't see any though. We have managed to escape the high bear activity unscathed. But honestly, really don't have to worry too much about black bears. They're relatively skittish. They won't bother you, unless you provoke them, or if you leave food out, etc. So just be smart. Walking across FR 50 right now. You can take the blue alternate route to bypass Hopkins Prairie if you want. It's just a big old dirt road, or you can continue on the old Florida Trail. So over there is Big Sink. I think it's a big old sinkhole. This is a pretty neat spot. You got people posting up over there, camping. Beautiful area. Come out of there, and then you can take the blue route, I think, all the way to the campground. Way over there, looks like there's some type of burning going on. We have made it to the Hopkins Prairie in Ocala. Got the camp host over here and the prairie out here. Bat house right there. Look at the sun coming down over the prairie. Beautiful. There's a bunch of camp spots across the way. There's people over there. But I am tucked in nicely right here, protected by this log in between the trees in case anyone drives down here. So this is the trail, and kind of this is the trail over here. So it's like kind of in between. I think I should be okay. But literally, as you can see, right off a trail. So I think I'm in a decent spot. I'm getting ready. Just about to clean myself up, wash my face, my body so I don't stink. Usually like to do a little hygiene routine after a long day of hiking. I ended up meeting back up with those Triple Crown hikers, and I walked with them these last 3 miles from Hopkins Prairie, which is pretty cool. Oh boy, do they move. They cruise. Again, you know, they don't stop either. So that was fun trying to keep up with them. Sweated quite a bit getting there. But they're gonna keep going on. I think they're gonna do some night hiking tonight. But me, now, since I'm going right to Salt Springs, I called it a night here when I saw this spot. And I'm exhausted, so we're gonna call that a wrap. I'm gonna get all dressed up here, get cozied in, and probably just pass right out. We'll pick this back up tomorrow morning.